So you're adding transitions into your film, but you don't know which ones to put in. You don't want to use this star wipe, and the Star Wars swipe over and fade just seem a little too cheesy. So what are some other cool transitions that can spice up your movie without giving it that extra cheese? Well, we're gonna find out all that and more in this episode of 5 cool transitions to add into your movie. Number 1 is the whip pan. Now, the whip pan is a old transition that they would use in old school kind of kung fu movies, and it's where you bridge the gap between your two shots with a whip pan. So usually you can see them in old kung fu films where they throw a karate knife. I don't know if that's an actual thing, but they throw a knife at someone and the camera will whip pan with it and then go into the person, so we get a shot that looks like this. How to achieve this effect is you end your first shot with the whip pan and begin your second shot with the whip pan. And when you put them together, they should bridge seamlessly into something that looks like this. Number 2, the film burn effect. Now, I am a huge sucker for this effect. I use it all the time in wedding videos and just any happy moment scene, and the effect is this. I just love it. It gives this warm kind of glow to the scene, and it also adds this vintage vibe to it, and I'm, again, a sucker for anything kind of vintagey. And basically what this is a little flash of color or burn, and basically you can use this as kind of a bridging gap between the two shots. It adds style to it as well as connecting the two shots together. So now you know. If you guys want to learn how to add film burns into your video, we talked about that in how to get the hipster look. It's the last chunk of it, so you guys can click on to that and check it out. Number 3 of cool transitions to add into your movie is flash white. Whenever you're trying to connect two shots, you're like, I don't know what to put in between these two. This is definitely like the go-to for me. Basically, you bridge the gap between with a super quick flash of white.
Crackdown in the last year examinations.
See what I mean? It kind of connects the two. I don't know. I like it. It's kind of golden. And how you end up by doing that is go into your editing software of choice, mine being Final Cut Pro, open it up, grab a color, then double click onto it, make it into white. What you want to do is shorten the color clip so it's about like 2 seconds, maybe even 1 second long. And then you want to make it fade in and out. Make a point in the middle of the clip and then make a point slightly after that, then fade them both down and you get this effect. Almost there! Number 4. So this one is one that's used quite often by one of my favorite filmmakers, and it's actually used by a lot of filmmakers, and it's using music as a transition and gapping point between your two shots or scenes. Usually it's scenes. I mean, the whole point of transitions is to make sure your two scenes or two shots bridge together smoothly and the audience isn't lost and realize that it's a film. One that's used is either music or sound effects. And again, my favorite filmmaker is Edgar Wright, and he uses these immensely, and it's used so often that he doesn't even try to hide it. It's actually quite emphasized and is used as almost a humorous point part of the film. Pretty cool. So, of course, we are now on to number 5 onto our list of cool transitions to add into your movies. And this one has probably been my favorite one recently. I've been doing it all the time. It's basically the pass-by effect. And going back to one of my favorite directors, Edgar Wright, he uses this all the time in his movies, and it's so often, but again, he does it in such a way that it's seamless and you don't get lost in the movie. If anything, it connects the shots a lot better than a cut. So what is this pass-by effect? Well, this is what it is.
Most recently in December, when we
So the pass-by effect is a cool way of making a transition. It's definitely probably one of the hardest effects to achieve, to bridge the two shots. You can use pretty much anything, a car flying by, a person passing screen, as long as it's something that wipes past the screen, you can achieve this effect. Now, unfortunately, I can't go too in-depth on how to achieve this effect because it takes forever to do, but basically, it's just something that swipes by the camera, and then you follow it with a matte or a crossfade, and then you can achieve this effect.
Canterbury University in 1993 with a double first in politics and sociology.
We'll be talking about it more in future episodes, but for now, You guys can search up tutorials and probably how to do it. And again, we'll be talking more about it in future episodes. But that's it. So, as always, I'm Zach Ramelan. You guys can check out previous episodes of The Amazing Basement Show. You can check out the last episode that was done oodles of time ago. It's how to achieve the hipster effect into your movie, plus how to get rid of audio pops and clicks in your film. Woo! Woo! But as always, I'm Zach Ramelan, your host. Yep. Like us on Facebook, Rec Films Media, and next, we're going to be starting a new kind of wave of doing the episodes. Anyway, that's me blabbling on. Again, check out all that stuff, and goodbye.